Yeah, let's get our interest rate down. And then, oh no. Steel jaw. Can I help you? It's just going to be a lower quality film. I can't do anything about it. The actors have started coming to the set reeking of alcohol. Looks like that's how they're dealing with stress. I mean, it's part of my thing is that I can go faster, you know? Does that mean that they're supposed to be higher happiness? Look at all this. They're all super happy. So I don't know what you're talking about, man. Alcoholic, Anton. Oh, good. He's just, he's an alcoholic now. That's great. And Anthony. Are you all alcoholics now? Are you going to add alcoholic to every single person on the set? What? Okay, just the three. It's still 3 is a lot. Wow. Oh, they failed to find any. He's a saint. Ah, such a waste of time that Harvey guy is. Son of a... Guy's a saint. Okay. All right. Got a couple of scripts here. Let's take a look. This is the Between Me and the Devil Only. Drop the only. Seriously, Outcast and a Corrupt Official. It's actually perfect for the title. You can begin production on that pretty much immediately. And then the Endless Candle. Why are you stale? Antagonist gets punished. Okay, well, I have other films coming up the pipeline with that, so I'm going to put a pin in that one. This one can definitely go now, though. So we'll buy this and send it to production right away. Okay, so for this one, let's go Mike Casey. And we don't have any sound stages for you, so let's back off on the cinematographer. Okay, game. Sure. There you go. Find someone who's really great with locations. I guess we'll go with Jack Sharp instead, who is an alcoholic, but he's great with locations. So we'll send it on location here. There we go. He knows what he's doing. No sound stages available. Okay, seems good. Go ahead and have that. Filming extras. Let's give him all the fixins. It's a 5 max, so if it does max out for pre-production, then we're going to be able to do the whole factory thing. But now I'm thinking maybe I don't want to do the factory thing because I become alcoholic from the stress. Didn't realize. Everybody got happy. Loyalty through the roof. It's just they're also alcoholics. So they're happy and loyal, but stressed out of their minds. That's how that's working, I guess. Gary, you can do this. Director, let's do this with Paul. This is a love triangle thing. That's not it. You're not really known for anything that we're doing specifically here, but I'm going to get you in on that. Our outcast is going to be, I think, Donald. He's a little high for this one. I don't need that. Oh, Leslie. Yeah, absolutely. Now, this one is outcast, so he's not really well known for that. Drama, comedy, romance. This is an action movie, so it's just not right for you, to be honest. So we won't send you on this one specifically. But you can be on the sidelines watching Gerald do it, because Gerald has never been an outcast before. He's also not been in an action movie, so that'll be new for him. And then we'll put Fred Russell in as our corrupt official. I don't know. I feel like Fred has the look. Fred's got the, you know what? The corrupt official. I feel like that's going to have to be Gerald. Our outcast is going to be Fred. There we go. So I'm just going by looks on the picture. I feel like Gerald, he's more of an official type, you know? Offices and business environments stuff. All right, Research Group 2 is a fantastic upgrade. I'm glad we have that now. We're going to get started right away on Research Group 3, actually. And we're going to accelerate it as much as possible. So 1,600 days. In the meantime, I know this is a thing. We're going to come back to that. In the meantime, cinematographer 4.9. Yeah, you're pretty good. Let's get you back. 3 more movies for you. Yep, there you go. Got to watch my spending here. A 7.0 actor is great. Because you can bring, 5.0 scripts up. I like that. So we'll get you for 3 more movies as well. There you go. And that's it. So now we want to come over to our technology, our engineering. Okay. And you can see that we have 190 days left on this technology. Now, I could use my second team on the new technology. At least I thought I could, but apparently I can't. Okay, so the second team can only work on another thing at a time. Got it. Well, in that case, in 190 days, the practicality for this camera will be done. And at that point, one of our research groups will then switch over and they'll both hit this one at the same time. That's what I'm thinking of, okay? Oh, wait, never mind. That's not it. That's not how that works at all. No, actually, how this works is you have to build an R&D department. You have to build an R&D building. So I messed that up. Okay, there you go. So in 35 days, we'll be able to put another team on that, which is fine. We have some time anyway. Okay, Steeljaw. Let's see what happens here. It's 5.1 after filming. Okay, this artistic score is deplorable. No, there's no art in this at all. This is just straight up bad filmmaking is what this is. How are people's happiness numbers, though? I mean, it's just the two of them. I'm not going to throw a party for them when they're both at 100. It's the thing about being a factory, you know? Everybody's at 100. That's right. We can give Oliver some experience on this one, I guess. For composers, it's going to be you, Peter. There you go. You're going to do this one, Peter. You got this. You can't bring it down much more. Actually, if I have both of you doing this, this is definitely going to bring the popcorn down, right? So I probably should switch to a better editor for this film. Just for the sake of trying to save this, I'm going to put a better editor here. Yeah, okay. Just to try to save that film. All right. Jerry Leonard, Struggle for a Better Life just got renewed, which is great timing because I believe Flat Bottom's about done. So, Jerry Leonard says that we're approaching the 5-year anniversary of the death of Joe Duvall, the star of our first film, Blind Love. Joe's fans want to erect a major monument in his honor and even found some wealthy sponsors. The only question is where to build the monument. The fans have their eye on a place in Parsons, Kansas, not far from the house where Joe was born and raised. But the local authorities are refusing to give their permission. Maybe we should buy the monument and erect it on the studio grounds. The fans really like the idea. After all, without Joe's farewell film, there would be no Pryor Media. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. So we now have the Joe Duvall Monument. The greatest actor of his generation has disappeared forever into his movie image. Every time we see him on screen, it's as if we're catching his parting glance. All right, so I can build it wherever I want. Okay, I could build it right in the front of the studio, like this. That actually fits there, which is kind of nuts to think. But isn't it better to build it somewhere where I'm not developing? Not back here, but I don't know. I feel like maybe this isn't really prime area, right? I mean, I don't think this is really a prime real estate area. We're going to go back here, as far over here as possible. We're here. That's pretty good. Okay, so now when they come into our studio, if they turn to the left, they'll get to the monument right away. That's interesting. Yeah, and it doesn't get in the way of these two buildings, which is kind of important. Okay, the water has a B. We're getting a little better. You know, they're not terrible Kino Mark scores. I just need these guys to rate it really well. I don't really care about Bone Grinder too much, but there we go. The water. And stale elements. Yeah, we're aware of that. We knew that was going to happen, but you know what? It is what it is. Finally! Thank you, Cornelius. Someone commits a crime out of desperation. A crime of necessity. All right. Good job, Cornelius. Let me get to buy scripts really quick. So this one is The Tailor. It's got some fresh elements in it. Detective, Evil Monster, Treasure Hunt. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad film, honestly. That's pretty good. We'll shelve it for now. And we have a couple of things to choose from here. No Words Needed can happen. We have pretty good actors. Flat Bottom is about to finish. That's what I needed, Gertrude. Okay. Definitely want to rediscuss your contract as well. You true artist, you. So $46,000 for 3 movies, or I just grab you for 3 years for $77,000, and I'll give you a little bit of insurance too. I want to make sure Gertrude stays with me. All right. So this is an 8.0. We smacked it out of the park, man. Pinned it right up against its max. Now to edit it and not spoil it entirely with the editing, right? We don't want to destroy it with the editing. Do I need a rap party? Yeah, it could help a little bit. We could do that. It's fine. Well, it should have been fine, but... Oh, I think the rap party only hits... No, doesn't the rap party hit loyalty too? I feel like they've... Oh, well, it already went up with the factory policy, so that was just a waste of money. Okay, never mind. The factory party brought it all the way up already. All right, Sybil, you're on. That's the best I have. Pete, Curtis, you're on. Best I got. All you guys are in really good moods too, so please don't screw it up is all I ask. Go. Flat bottom is now in editing. Unsuccessful once again. Maybe Lewis just doesn't have anything defined, you know? We'll try it with Peter Davidson here. Nah, it's Peter Dawson. Could be Peter Davidson. He just goes by Pete. He thought about PP for a bit there, but now he went for... You seen that commercial? Yeah, I just watched that commercial pretty recently, and that's why like popped right in my head. The editor-in-chief of Exquisite Cinematique was touched when he saw the monument of Joe Duvall on the studio lot. A prime example of how studio bosses should treat the people who give them their talent. You're gonna get 120. That's great. It's an awesome reputation bump there. Yeah, I need to get some more influence points. How's the mayor doing? I got 10 GP. I need to tout the mayor's achievements. I think I do. Yeah, I need to tout his achievements here. So 6 months. If we're going to show things in our theaters for the next 6 months, which is a lot of movies, honestly. That's a lot. Another unsuccessful search with Bobby Martin. Okay. It's possible he just doesn't have anything, right? So we'll just go back and we'll see about searching for somebody else's. Let's say we want to search for something on Arthur Gray. Ooh, he's known for some stuff, isn't he? He is indeed. He's a free agent right now, isn't he? I think so. Tom Stone, superstar Tom Stone. Maybe we'll find something here. I don't know. Probably not. Let's give Tom Stone a try one more time. So Slapped did fantastic. 100% on the ad effect. Sorry. This is the attendance, though. We actually had 100% attendance 2 weeks in a row, which is phenomenal. Means I could have done a few more screenings, though, right? So there's been a debate about that back and forth of like, do you spend too much or do you like what's the downside? I tend to approach this like I do in real life. And I think most people are okay with this in the emotions when it comes to loss, okay? The fear, not the fear, the emotional toll that takes on you as a person, this is like a psychology thing. You are significantly better psychologically with missing out on gains than you are with losses, right? So like treat this like a stock, right? Let's say I buy a stock at $100 and it shoots up and I sell it at 120. And then the very next day they announce something and it shoots up to 140 the very next day. And I'm going to go, oh man, I sold it too soon. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, hey, I still made 20%. That is so much more comfortable than if I bought a stock and it dropped down to 90, right? I only lost 10%, but losing 10% was significantly more impactful for me psychologically than only making 20%, right? So, and you don't know. The thing is, you don't know. The attendance here could have been maybe 1% or 2% higher than this. You don't know how far I undershot this, right? It's possible that I undershot this by 100%. It's possible that I only undershot it by a few seats. You don't know that. So I'm okay with this. If I'm hitting 100% every time, I'm okay with this. The more broad spectrum on this, if you're going to think about it on a grand scheme of things, like think bigger, is that as long as 100% of my cinemas are full with paying people, it doesn't matter to me which movie they're seeing. Okay? Now that's not the case right now, but that's kind of where I'm headed. If they have 100% on all these weeks, that's obviously fine. Are you aiming for 99? Sure, we're aiming for 99, but hitting 100 is still a good thing for me. All right, I'm okay with that. And then we didn't drop it very much here. You see, we didn't drop this very much at all. We only dropped it by about 500 showings, and it dropped to 62% attendance. So I'm feeling like this is barely 100. Like I didn't like undershoot this very much at all, because I only dropped this a little bit, and at 95% effectiveness, and it still was this. You know, this is almost half the money. So I think that's a pretty good number right there. This one maybe could have been a little higher, but this one I think is a pretty good number there. Anyway, we want to set this up again, and with a 34% on what we had before. So I'm going to say maybe that many showings, this many showings, this many showings, and this many showings is fine. No rented theaters. And again, we're doing that because, you know what? I could also extend the advertising campaign 2 more. Let's do that too. We'll extend the advertising campaign a little bit more too. We're doing it that way because eventually, it's not right now, but I'm just getting in the habit of doing that anyway. We're going to be able to rent out the cinemas that we own. So we want to leave a little bit of cushion there, even if we're not fully saturating everything with our own cinemas. Ideally, we're going to do everything with our own movies, yes, but any seats that we don't actually sell, we can rent out to others, right? And that's going to make it more advantageous for us to have even more cinemas way beyond what we use, because then our I guess competitors can rent from us. All right, target lost. I can't believe it, man. It's a writer. Are you a level 2? Yeah, level 2s. Maybe I should just train them instead. I'm going to put Carl Brooks on you one more time, and then I'm going to come over here to our training. And I need to get these guys trained up. Everett, you're getting training. And you know what? Elmer, you're getting it too. I'm just going to spend my influence on that. I need you guys better. I just do. All right. A villa without an owner. Working on weekends has frayed everyone's nerves. The director grabbed an actor by the ear and started shaking him as hard as he could. A fight broke out. It ended with just a couple of bruises, but the working atmosphere on the set has greatly deteriorated. I'm just a little mad by this. It seems like the factory is not well thought out. You're giving me a bonus for doing this and then having all sorts of negative things happen because I'm doing it. I mean, it's just feel like it's a trap, you know? Whole filming schedule is 30% slower now. It feels like a big old trap. I don't like it. I should bring it down. I'm going to bring it down again. Now it's going to be way slower, but you know, whatever. I don't want any more mental issues to happen there, you know? 24% to find something. Remember a long time ago when we started writing Somewhat Bad? You know? Well, Somewhat Bad is just now getting done on the writing process. It takes a very long time to write these things. And it's not just somewhat bad. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad script. The writer is a 1.3 though, and now is a 1.4. So what can you expect? He actually did pretty good for that. And there's a lot of elements to this. Yeah. So this is like one of those things where I kind of feel like I should have had a better writer write this. Somewhat Bad should have been written by someone else, because there's a lot of elements in this. Do I want to? It's up to a 7. So if I put some really good people on this, I think we can polish this turd. We'll put Ralph on this. Yeah, that's crazy. We're going to put our 9.4 on this somewhat bad script. It's kind of nuts. Let's give him B2 soundstage, and we'll shift this so that we can get 2 stars on that location. There we go. And go like that. See if we can't get something out of nothing here. Put a lot of money into this film. We'll get Chandler on this. Yeah, Roger Fox. This one is Prison Breaks, Ancient Puzzles, slapstick stuff. Yeah, it's not really helping anything. We'll put Roger Fox on this. Our retired legend, I think, is going to be Edward Peterson. He's a retired legend. That's fine. 52 years old. the worried wife, Wanda Baldwin. Our evil sorcerer is going to be Donald Pierce. I'm going to get some star power in on this too. I mean, this is like, why do this for somewhat bad? Because it took me a year to write it with a terrible writer, and I want to see how good we can make this script. Because it could be an 8.0 movie if we put the right amount of people behind it. And we have a lot of really good people. So, you know what? Let's just see. Let's just see what that does. It's probably going to not work great, but let's just see what it does. We got another director here at 5.1, and we'll go ahead and get him in here too. Look at this. I mean, I could have this guy for 3 years at $17. That's insane. That's actually pretty good. Go. I'll get you for years just because you're so cheap. All right. The black guitar, done. 5.1. There we go. It's right around the zone we want to be. I could throw a rap party and it would do nothing. So let's not do anything. There we go. Start post-production. We'll get Emma on this one. There you go. Lewis Murphy on this one. He's not doing too well. He really doesn't like me right now. I feel like we're going to have problems with Lewis. I'm going to switch it to Lee Woods until I can figure out how to make that guy better. Because he's not very happy with me right now. I don't have any gifts to give anyone either. But Lee, go. Let me see if I can get some gifts going here. Gifts, I want to buy, let's say, a few watches. Let's get a few cases of the cigars. And we'll go about, let's say, 9 more on the whiskeys. Do I want the illegal ones? I've got 3 heroin in stock. So let's hold off on that. Not get another secret at the moment. And then when this is done in 33 days, we're going to have the banquet. That should hopefully help making people happier, I guess. Bringing influence points that way. But then we can go up here and try to get some other persuasions here. Maybe the monkey brains, the spicy film strips, etc. So we can have some more things to offer some people. When we do figure out what they like, we want to make sure that we have access to that so that we can use that information. So, all right, post-production has further decreased the artistic value of Steel Jaw. I really didn't think we could go any lower, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And Peter Lambert with his music, he found a way to make it happen. Okay, so when is this coming out? Halloween? We could have it come out Halloween. They don't really have a whole lot of films up until that point, though. So let's see where the 6-week mark is. Right there. Okay. Let's just do it here then. So let's say 5 or so, 5,000. We'll go 52. Why not? We'll say 5,000 here. It's going to have shitty artistic scores. Everyone's going to hate this. We're going to go, I think, a lot worse here. And then for advertising, once again, we just go like that. Probably not going to renew this. We could. We have the option later to extend it, so we'll look at it then. Boys will like this. Young women will not. So Spark again, I think is good here. Let's go Vane Pascal. And let's throw Ross and Ross in there just to do it. On the highway, right? It's cops. I mean, it's not cops. A cop did the composing, so I don't think that's really going to make the media. But, yeah. All right, then. All right, almost done here. Research and development. Hopeless Romantic is no longer a stale element. Look at that money. Look at the money roll in. That's with 27% attendance right here, too. The water is fantastic. So 27% of 4,200. So what we want to have is maybe about here to be safe. A little cushion there. We can go about, let's say, that far. We can say about, let's say, that much, and then we'll go down to about that much from there. And again, I'm only doing, I just want to reiterate this because I'm going to get the comments for it. I'm only doing this to get the experience of doing it. I know that it doesn't matter right now because I'm not selling my spare theaters, but this gives me a feel for how the game reacts, how the game is going to decrease it, and I'm getting practice at this. So in other words, when I go down to 581 and I later see that I still only got half this much, it tells me how the game is bringing this down. Remember, I have advertising down like this too. And it's going to give me an idea so that I don't undershoot or overshoot as much later. It's just about getting the experience of doing it this way. Okay. I'm going to go like that. Feelings in a Bottle can now release. There we go. We got the $8.7 million. Didn't do very well on the advertising for that, though. Really? I thought I did better than that. Man, I really did. Okay. Well, I need to get better at the Kinomark stuff. Advertising is much more difficult than I suspected. I mean, I'm not great with the whole... like, all of my film focus was on the artistic side of it, not the business side of it as much. So, I mean, I got a little bit of business experience with it just because I made my own movie, but my producers took care of all of that. So, I didn't really get a whole lot of... Not enough to where I retained it, I guess is what I'm going to say. I don't have enough experience to really retain much for the meaningful information there. We have a new R&D department. So we still have 155 days left on that technology advancement, but now that we have another team, we can actually go over here and use this team on something else. I don't want to do that, though. I want to focus entirely on this, and I do have to wait for this to be done. So in 155 days, this will be done, and then both of my research teams will hit this one. Hopefully we get more technologies available to us soon. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you're going for research group instead of inventing your own technology. I mean, why not do that? Here's the main reason behind this is that I can buy technology. Inventing your own takes an enormous amount of time. Advancing it and refining it and making it better takes an enormous amount of time. With more research teams, we can do this much more effective later. It's an investment in the future. I want to have more teams so that when we start doing this, we can do it much faster. To where right here, these guys are usable right now. If I go this route, I'm going to be incredibly slow developing this while there's other technologies out there that I could be advancing, and I'm not because I don't have the teams, right? So I'm going to use the teams, and while I build the teams, eventually I can make my own, and then once I start making my own, it will be much faster to do so. Unsuccessful search. All right, so I'm starting to think he doesn't have any illegal tendencies. You know? I'm getting the feeling that he doesn't. But, you know what he might have? He might have some dirt. I want to just make sure, because he's asking for a lot. No, it's my studio. Yep, composers. He's asking for a lot, and I just want to make sure that he's on board regardless of what he's asking for. So we're going to try to find some dirt on him. Now, if we royally fail this, he'll probably just quit. Which, he's not doing great anyway. He's not very happy or loyal right now anyway. I can replace him. 1 week before the Los Angeles mayoral election, Fred Carpenter held a meeting with his supporters in the park outside City Hall, which hundreds attended. The mayor gave a rousing campaign speech, then went out to give bread to the homeless with some volunteers from the Methodist Church. Commenting to a Los Angeles Tribune correspondent, Fred Carpenter said that unlike his opponent, he doesn't go out fighting poverty with fists and bats, but with good deeds. The latest polling data shows 55% of voters are ready to vote for Fred Carpenter and 20% for Richard Stripes. Well, polls can be wrong. Let's hope they're not. All right, so we had our screenings come down like this, and you can see it's a dramatic decrease here. I mean, we had 34% of this much. Then I went down to this much, and I was still at 29%, which is kind of wild. So that's a really sharp decrease between 4 and 5. Okay. This one it's kind of not making much of anything anymore, so we'll go ahead and just archive it. That's Wendy Carpenter's movie. We got to get her into more movies. We do. It's just that every movie I've made, I think in this video, there might have been one that's not. Pretty much every... Well, I guess I'm not... an hour and 15 minutes of playtime now, so I guess it's 2 videos. But every movie I've made in the last couple videos, I think, have been all male casted, so I don't have a whole lot of women I can cast. All right, Statue of No Liberty, all done, and no rat parties because we don't need them. This one here, I think we can improve this. I don't really care to improve this one, to be honest. Yeah, this is just going to be Oliver, and we'll put Lewis on it. He's not very good. He's going to perform badly anyway, but I might as well get what I can get out of him. Or not. Maybe I just get people to be good. Maybe Peter. Hell, maybe we just let Peter do this one too. No, Kevin Griffin's gonna do this one. I don't know. For all we know, Peter is like a secret like ace in the hole. Maybe he's just a really good composer. You know? Like of all the free composers right now, this is why I didn't give him his salary. He wanted an enormous salary. He wanted a lot more. He's at 67. I'm pretty sure he wanted like 34. Not 3,400. He wanted. We're at 6,700. This guy wanted like 34,000. Like a lot. I could get an 8.9 for less than that. So he's crazy. He's greedy. But I can come down here and let's say maybe we can replace with get a 5.0 for 555. That's not bad. We could do that. That's not bad. But he's maxed out. And that's the problem. Because he's maxed out. But why pay double for someone who has, I guess, slightly more potential? Only slightly more potential. This guy could have more potential or not. You know? So I think I'm just going to let Kevin Griffin here go. And we'll see what he's capable of. We'll just keep giving him projects, you know? It's going to down the quality of this production. Like, this is going to lose... This is going to lose ratings, but it's okay. We're just going to fit it into the gaps that we can afford to fit it into. Let's see if we can buy some scripts here that for a reasonable price. Shadow of the Former Man. Yeah. I might pass on that for that price. This one here is good in April of next year. The antagonist gets punished is already... It's already a problem for me there. Bank robbery is pretty good. But Working Man, not... I'll have a whole lot of leeway for that one. Maybe we'll purchase and shelve this one for now for later. And then Deep Booty is getting written right now. We still have Brandon and Last Action Hero that I could write. Speaking of which, let's go back over to our... for this here, there's no demands. 49 days until the next demand. Okay. We found something. Tom Stone has a collection of Asian sex toys. Okay. Okay. All right, Tom. Yeah. Tom Stone. How much is that worth? 3,000. Well, hello. Dude, I can get this guy for free for 3 years. He really doesn't want people to know that. I can get him for free for 3 years, guys. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. We'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin in that. That's very nice. When I have more scripts that will actually help with that, then we'll go ahead and get them. Right now, a lot of my stuff is just stale, and I don't want to start using them for stale stuff, so we'll just wait. This person's lifestyle and hobbies are entirely boring and ordinary. All right, so he doesn't have any illegal tendencies. But what else can we learn from him? What else can we find? Is there any dirt on our own people? Let's see. Actors. Roger Fox. Maybe he has something. I really don't want to I don't want to piss off the 9.7, right? Get him to just, you know, hate me forever. We'll go to Gernstein instead. Let's find their editor. Gernstein's editor, Fred Flynn. It's a 5.7. Kind of unassuming, isn't he? Let's see if we can find some dirt on him. Carl, go find something for me. My studio. Gernstein composers. Nah, Evergreen. Okay, do you have any composers? Who's got? Supreme. That's not bad. Undisciplined perfectionist. That's weird. That's a strange combo. Wreaks havoc on deadlines and schedules. Well, because he's a perfectionist. I guess that actually correlates. You know what? We'll see what he's got. See if there's any dirt on this guy. There's probably none. I don't know if these guys, these staffers, get any dirt on them. If there's anything that goes wrong with those, but we'll see. We'll leave 2 security agents available so we can put them on these 2 films here that we're shooting. And then between me and the devil only. I should have dropped the only. Is it too late to drop the only? The 5.9 there. That's nice. Is it too late to drop the only? It might be too late to drop the only because it's already in pre-production. That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't let me do it. Okay, so this is, again, we can technically do this, but I guess there's consequences to that. Happiness and loyalty increase, yet it still doesn't seem to matter because everyone just loses their shit when I do that. So I'm going to not do it, I guess. We'll put Glenn Conway in there. I'm not sure they had that fleshed out properly. They gave me a really cool thing and then just punished me for it every time I use it. Okay, repair crews are done. So when buildings get into disarray, we can now repair them. Very good. Now we can go after the water tower. And I think maybe we'll speed this up by a lot. Let's go 650 on that. We'll spend a lot of money and some influence points on that to speed it up. And then that's it for maintenance. We can then fire this guy and put it down to a level 1 dude and not care after that's done. So we can just have a really cheap person for maintenance afterwards. So he's already cheap, though. I think my maintenance guy is already pretty cheap. This guy is costing me what now? How do I see that? I have to go to a different menu for this. So management, it's the maintenance. Yeah. You are costing me what? You're not going to tell me I can't see an I. Unless the only way to do it is to fire you, which is not what I want to do. Okay. I don't want to do that. I know there's a way to do it, probably in the budget or something. I just figured I could see his salary right there, but it's not showing me. Unless it shows me here. Oh, right here. Head of department is $1,200 a month. Yeah. I'm sure I can find someone for less than that, but it's not really all that expensive. All right. Black Guitar's done. It got a little bit of a beating. And we had Lee Woods and Emma on that. So those are pretty good people. It just kind of dropped its quality a little bit more than I expected, but got to give them some experience. Let's get the Black Guitar on the schedule. It's fresh. And a 4.8 is pretty good. We'll go like that. I guess is good for that. We'll occupy 100% of our theater that week. We'll get this down to about, let's say, there. Yeah, we can go a little higher. Let's have you go maybe to here, and then we'll come down to about here. Let's get 6 weeks on that. Oh, did you push it? Oh, you pushed it. You monster. Well, we're going to renew Steel Jaw anyway, so whatever. We'll do this anyway. And then we'll get our advertising going. As good as it does. Oh my god, it's so good. We'll go a little bit after that too, I guess. All right, so this one's good for women, but not young women. Very interesting. Interesting. So this is a detective romance movie that appeals to women and not young women. Appealing to this group of viewers will lead to a rapid decline in attendance. Okay, so NBG. Maybe the Nate Sparrow Press. I want to say a Velvet Gloss, but this is more young women, isn't it? Every young woman in America has at one point or another taken their cue from this. So, like, I don't want to do that. 4.8. So Sparks, probably not it. It's more appealing to men. Yeah, radio programs, celebrity interviews, especially on young, intelligent people. Among young, intelligent people. So that's not it. So I think it's these two. This is kitchen arguments, you know, older family women. And this is the older crowd here, like this. Millions pass by here. I think this is probably all I want. Maybe I'll slip this in, but it's probably not it. I'm going to go with just these two. Most sophisticated readers can understand them. I think you have to have... I don't think this is quite for that. And this is for more like kids. So, yeah, I think it's this. I think it's just those two. I mean, it says young women right in the description of those two, so... I don't want to appeal to them, I guess. All right. Banquet's done. It's great. We can host things for businessmen and stuff. We'll take a look at that. In the meantime, though, I want to go back up here and let's get some illegal substances available to us. Speaking of illegal substances, we want to renew our protection as well. So protection from police raids is there. And let's do a police raid on a competitor. I'm going to hit Gernstein again. I'm just going to hit him again. Okay, there it is. So we're protected from raids again. There we go. Fred Carpenter has won the Los Angeles mayoral election with a 72% vote, with his opponent, Richard Stripes, getting only 28%. At the press conference following the election results, Carpenter took a jab at his former rival. I told him real friendly, Ricky, stay out of politics. It's dirty. You'll lose all your money and respect. You'll get nothing but problems. But he wouldn't listen. He made a fool of himself. What can you do? Well, that's it. Our buddy Fred Carpenter is going to stay in power, and we're still on track to make his daughter a star eventually. It is taking a while, though. I need more scripts with women in it. Somewhat Bad got a huge bump. Did you see that? Huge bump. Right? Now, obviously well below his capabilities here, but this is just pre-production. Actual production is going to boost this even harder, and Somewhat Bad is actually going to end up becoming somewhat good. So that'll be nice. Everybody improved this. Pretty easy to understand why. We're going to go ahead and do this. We have all of our highest talent on this. We'll go second unit as well, and let's have it made even faster. Feelings in a Bottle, making some seriously cool money as well. Only 20% attendance. Somehow, even with 20% attendance on these number of screenings, we got this much money? Something's not mathing here. Okay, so hold on. So 100% of 4456 is $1 million. 20% of this is 120. Okay, so we basically got... okay, I guess the math is kind of mathing. Let's set up a distribution again. This time we're going to bring this down to about here. We're only getting about that many views anyway. We're going to come down here, even lower. Let's go like this and like this and like this. Let's see how close we are with that. And that's with, again, advertising is still active for the first 2 weeks there too. This one... It's not going to make much money, but we're not going to spend a lot of money on it either. We're just going to leave it in theaters a little bit longer. I'm going to give it a few showings. Let's just give it like, I don't know, like 200 showings a week kind of thing. Let's just see how that works. We'll go 200 for the last 2 weeks, 300 for this one, and we'll go 400 for this one. Really, really low number of showings. Just going to keep it in there. It's fine. All right, we're over 10 million now, guys. No debts. Everything looking solid. I'm liking it. Come on back for the next one, and we'll see how Flat Bottom does, because it's fresh now. We're ready to release it. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Bye-bye.